when Harry was saying goodbye to us, like all of us, he was like, right, I'm gonna go, I'll see you guys later. And you went, alright mate, bye. And he was like, bye. You hung up. And Harry said, like, face into the camera and just goes, well, that was rude.
Wow.
Honestly, it was unbelievable.
So how was your weekend, boys?
Eventful. Was it eventful?
It was eventful.
Eventful for Adam, yeah.
Spenny.
Spen?
Chaos for me.
Chaos, mate, yeah.
Tell us a bit about it, buddy. What happened?
I had to do fish tank.
You had to clean the fish tank.
I had to deep clean the fish tank. You got to clean fish tank every week, but deep
How
clean.
big is your fish tank?
300 litres.
Okay. You had a shark in there once, didn't you?
It's still in there.
Still in there.
Yeah, not the first one. He killed himself.
Yeah, the first one just randomly died. I'm
Yeah.
not actually sure.
I got a sign.
What's his name?
Kira.
Which
Kia.
is Japanese for what?
Killer.
R.I.P.
It's
Killer.
literally a sign. The first one just died for unknown causes. Let's get another one.
So we got another. Nah, I think there was something wrong with him, to be fair. It was a weird
It was
one.
trapped, you know?
Yeah.
So
Just kept going into the side.
because that one died, we got another one called it Akira, just to avoid confusion with
one
gents.
just being killer. You've
We,
called this one a killer.
we just didn't tell gents that one died, so we just replaced
Replaced it.
Ah,
Standard.
and went with a similar name. So
Although he's probably got good attention to detail, I reckon he's noticed and just not let on.
I don't know. He is pretty hectic in general. He
Yeah,
just doesn't
he is.
know what's
He is.
going on
He
half
is a
the
hectic
time.
kid.
So he is your son.
Yeah, did that. Then I had to do snakes.
Yeah.
I had to redo one of the snake tanks. Gave him a little swimming pool. Got back and the water was gone. So I've got to redo that again. So yeah.
Waffle Ventura.
Waffle Ventura.
Mate, it's massive fish tank, 4 snakes and a bearded dragon. And I would have more if I could.
God's sake.
What about you, Adam?
Hell.
Says it all, really, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
It doesn't really.
Okay.
Please elaborate.
So-
That's a mess.
In my absence last week, finished work and we had a couple of people that were leaving, so we went out for a few drinks.
Standard.
And I ended up deciding to go for a stroll through a river.
No particular reason as to why? Or?
Cool off.
Normally water helps sober you up when you drink it, so I thought submerging yourself in it
Logical.
would be like osmosis, and I'd absorb the water through my jeans and then my skin and then sober up.
Did you secretly wee yourself?
No. Jeans were bone dry, apart from the shin down, and then I don't know how I did my hand, but
He's just stacked it.
Don't drink,
Probably.
kids.
Did you sober up?
yes.
The theory, so it does work.
Oh yeah, mate,
you can
definitely
walk
that's right.
through.
If you don't want to drink water, submerge yourself in it, but don't fall face first.
If you're drunk, don't go swimming. Seriously, just
Paddle.
Yeah.
that's a bad idea.
No, yeah, I didn't go swimming. I just went for a paddle. I felt like what is it? Is it a troll in the Billy Goat's Gruff?
Yeah?
Yeah, I felt like him because I sat under the bridge for like a good 10 minutes.
I know the one. I slept under that bridge.
Oh, under from where the Allendale meets.
Was woken up by a swan, yeah.
Yeah.
That was back in the good days, Wimborne Folk Festival.
So basically, I've just followed in your footsteps, really, and I've just.
No, not really. I didn't get wet. I just slept under the, like it was
Oh.
a little sloped bit. Yeah, well, I'm not going to
Well,
go
yeah,
under
I-
there for
I-
a sleep.
Yeah,
I'll
that would
probably
be
drown.
so dangerous.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, woken
basically.
up by a swan. That was quite funny.
Yeah.
Well, it
So-
wasn't at the time.
Get an
It was quite
otter in
frightening.
that river as well. There's an otter there a lot.
There's a heron there as well.
I was 13, so.
That makes it okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no, not 13, 14.
Oh, okay.
that makes all the
that's
difference,
acceptable.
doesn't it?
Yeah, no, about 14, I think.
Nobody
sorry,
can
man.
judge me. No one can judge me.
What about,
How-
what about
how
your
was your-
weekend? Yeah, we
my-
definitely
my
can.
weekend was
We
alright.
definitely can.
What?
judge it.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
We're all-
Another. To be fair, this is one drunk story. We got another drunk story, haven't we?
Oh, I FaceTimed you all, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did you?
I did FaceTime while I was away. That was.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Well, she'll get into the
Oh,
toilet, wouldn't it?
I think you want to start at the beginning
Dinner.
though, Has. So
I would
obviously
like
you've
to, but I
you-
don't remember.
You've gone up to your girlfriend's for the week, hadn't you?
Yes, that's what happened.
So you went out on, because she works on a cam
Yeah,
as an entertainer.
She's an entertainer.
she's an entertainer.
So,
She is.
so
Yeah.
on the Wednesday you went out, is
yeah,
that right?
yeah.
Who was that with?
Who was that with? Molly.
No,
Oh, so you went out with Molly,
Yeah,
but obviously she was working Thursday,
yeah.
so you went out with
Mum.
Her mum.
Good evening.
Yeah, very, very drunk.
How trolleyed?
Bad. And Wednesday.
Absolutely smashed.
Yeah, bad. And Friday.
Yeah, 'cause you
Back Friday.
He tried to call.
yeah, he tried to
Dad separately.
FaceTime us.
Yeah, tried to call
Oh no,
Dad
successfully.
separately.
Successfully
No,
faced.
Dad separately.
Yeah, but wasn't he
He
going
did
to
a
the
private
toilet at
call
the
to
time?
me at that time as well. And then next thing I hear, I'm like, why's Harry private called me? And Mum's bellowing on the phone down here. I've come down, and Harry's just in the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I thought I called you, and I was
Just
like, why are
chatting to
you
us all.
here? In my head.
Yeah.
But
To be
apparently
fair-
it started on the dance
On the
floor.
dance floor, yeah.
You-
and then
you-
you're like, hang on, it's a bit loud, I can't hear you.
You and Danielle obviously missed the best bit.
You did miss the best. Harry at the end, when Harry was saying goodbye to us, like all of us, he was like, right, I'm gonna go, I'll see you guys later. And you went, alright mate, bye. And he was like, bye. You hung up. And Harry said, like, face into the camera and just goes, well, that was rude.
Wow.
Honestly,
Wow.
it was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a good thank you for answering. Yeah, that was
Wildly entertaining.
He was questioning as to why I was topless. I was in bed, it was
remember
11:30.
Yeah,
It was gone 12 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was a- it was a late
gone
one.
midnight.
it was
That
half
was
of
an
that.
early one. That's an early
That'd
one,
be
isn't
why I
it?
didn't answer.
Yeah, he was already in
Honestly,
bed.
Mate, I was in bed. I was like, what's he phoning us for? Went to go and answer it, and then it stopped. Like, okay, don't care.
I've got to be honest, I didn't
Can't
answer
be
'cause-
anything that important.
I didn't answer because he was in the Cotswolds and I thought he was wanting a lift.
Yeah.
Not answering.
No, mate, no. I think he's in Bournemouth train station.
Standard.
Oh dear, yeah.
Anyway,
That was it.
hello and welcome to Family Goals. We are the sons of Nana D. My name is James, and to my right we have.
We have Harry. Hello.
We have Adam, the injured.
And the waffle.
Say your actual name though, Spen.
The waffle.
Nah, it's the
That's
waffle.
It is
It's
the
just the
waffle.
waffle.
It is, that's
That's
the waffle.
just what I'm known as.
Waffle will do. The waffle. And over on the far
Dad.
right we got
And Dad.
and Dad.
The forgotten.
And Dad.
Dad's here.
That's it. Dad's always here. Dad's always there.
Yeah, he-
Actually, no. We migrate him slightly to the left, don't we? Your usual.
You're
seat.
just sitting there.
You
Slightly
can
to
see
the
the
right.
indentation in the it's
It's
so
battered, mate. That side is battered.
God.
He does enjoy it because it's like fresh seat, so it's like a new cushion to him.
Bit more
A
spring.
bit more spring to it. and he won't fall asleep.
He
That's
hasn't got the table over that side though.
why-
has he?
no,
So, a bit of a disadvantage, but he does it for the hour that we do this, so we appreciate it.
Look at him yawning already.
We've left it a bit late today, boys.
We have actually, yeah. We had to have some food and whatever.
Starving.
Didn't we? Yeah.
Hang on.
Thank you for that one, Mark.
Absolutely. Family Goals is a weekly show where we discuss the fancy Premier League football amongst other random topics. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, then please click the subscribe button below and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop with all new content.
You're getting really good at that.
Thank you very much, yeah.
That was
It's ingrained.
one.
That was
It's
just-
ingrained.
Yeah.
That
One take. That used to be quite fun though when I messed it up. That was good. Good
Oh.
content
Yeah,
in itself.
it's only
Oh, well.
because Dad didn't want to go on about paedophiles this time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
that's-
won't go
that's very true.
Yeah, thank God you didn't mention it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, yeah.
Absolutely. So anyway, moving on to things that are more relevant. International Game Week.
yeah,
What's been occurring? We've seen a couple of England games, haven't we, this past week?
Both
Yeah.
Well,
wins.
didn't actually catch the one with Hungary, only caught the highlights of that, but it seemed like
was that 4-0 as
bit of a
well?
banger,
I
yeah.
think it was 4.
It was 4, and we have just watched, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sunday,
it
yeah,
was. No, it
yesterday
was. It
with
was Andorra.
the Andorra game.
I thought it was
Little bit
Andover.
under. No, not Andover, mate. That's not a country.
Handover.
No,
Is
not
that not-
Andover. I thought it was
No,
Andover.
Andover. It's
Oh.
about a 40-minute drive.
Oh.
Well, actually, probably a bit longer than that, Andover. But yeah, so the Andorra game, won 4-0, but it was still a bit underwhelming, wasn't it?
It's just, I think those sort of games you expect us to win, so
First like 20 minutes, we looked really good, really energetic,
Yeah.
and then it sort of
it just gets a bit boring.
died.
Even though 4-0, you should be happy, really. But watching it, it was a bit underwhelming, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little
Well,
bit.
you're joyful over the result, but it's
Yeah, the
just a
result
bit-
was good.
It's just a
Not
bit of a
really.
woeful
Yeah,
night.
it's
4-0,
minutes.
but 3 in the last quarter of an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's when
Well, I
Grealish
tell you
came
what,
on.
yeah, one bit that annoyed me.
Jay Lings had a good game though.
Jay
He
Lings did
did.
have a good game.
He thought he
Saka had a good game.
Yeah,
But
he absolutely-
the
yeah,
the thing
he
that
did.
annoyed me was how Bamford was pretty much marked out of the game.
Yeah.
Got a couple of opportunities.
And then Kane just swans on,
Got
doesn't he?
taken off, and within
Yeah.
5 minutes, penalty came.
Kane
God's
swans on
sake.
and does it again, proving his worth.
Good penalty.
It was a great penalty.
It was a good penalty, yeah.
They start creating.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That is it. But Yeah, so we've done a reaction video to the England and Andorra game. We're doing another one tomorrow night, boys.
Yeah, they want much
Poland.
reaction to
Wednesday.
that.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a whack video, to be honest, but I'll put it up anyway. We'll put that one up.
I'll-
There's a few
Wednesday.
laughy moments.
Wednesday.
I should.
Wednesday.
Yeah, not tomorrow, sorry. Wednesday, we're going to be recording another one for
Right, okay,
England
that's
vs
fine,
Poland.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, that should be
Cool.
a better game.
Yeah.
Should be.
I think
Quarter
it will
to
be
8 as
that
well.
game.
Can't bring Elise to that one, unfortunately. I think
might-
no children
I
allowed
might
to
be
that.
able to make it to that one.
Yeah?
I might be able to,
7:45.
I'm
Tell you
off.
what,
I'm off, so... yeah,
All right,
I'll be
sweet.
able to.
Poland won their last game as well last night.
Yeah.
It should be the hardest.
Mate,
team,
our
really.
neighbours are Polish, so
Yeah,
there's a lot on the line.
they
Everybody
did.
knows somebody that's Polish.
Granted,
do.
I'm pretty sure they played San Marino.
Everybody knows someone that's Polish.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
No, we do. Yeah,
know
we,
someone.
You got
I
a
don't
Polish lad
actually.
at work, yeah?
Yeah, Polish Tom. Not just
Polish
Tom,
Tom.
Polish Tom. And did you know Polish Tom has a mate, Polish Tom?
yeah. Genuinely, he was going on about one of his mates. He goes, "Yeah, my mate Polish Tom."
When everyone refers to him as Polish Tom.
That's
Okay.
quality.
So is he? So with that kind of like, because it's a double. It's like a double negative. So it's like he's just Tom to you guys, but to him he's Polish Tom. I don't know if that works. Does that work? Because otherwise he'd be Polish Tom. Of which, if it's a double negative.
No.
Reverse it, so he's just Tom.
You've lost me.
Maths.
Anyway,
Waffle.
right, so
Waffle times 2. Everyone's a waffler.
It's Polish Tom's mate, so I don't care.
Okay, fair enough.
Polish
Valid.
Tom's
Wait,
mate.
which Polish Tom? Because technically they're both each other's mates.
I only know one of them, so it's
I
Polish
can't
Tom's
complain,
mate.
he's talking this one.
What's his mate's name?
yeah, so it's dross. It's worse than
What's
me.
his mate called?
Polish Tom.
Polish Tom.
His mate's called Tom as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So Tom's mate
I must have
Tom,
missed that
they're
part.
both Polish.
All right, I'm with you. Okay.
Keeping some sort of relevance though.
Poland played San Marino,
Yes.
who are bottom of the table,
Yeah.
but they smashed them 7-1.
Yeah, because they are. The fact that they conceded is
I
the
know.
bad
Yeah.
part.
Pretty
Let's
cool.
be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say I know nothing about San Marino in the way of football, but I do know they had Flow Rider for the
Eurovision.
Just
Okay.
thought I'd randomly spit that out there as well.
Sweet.
You know what? Are they the worst country football wise?
Quite
That's
possible.
available.
Quite possible.
Yeah, they are.
Flow riders for Eurovision's quite low, I think.
Yeah.
It's a very city country.
Shut up.
This is the worst podcast so
It
far.
is a country.
We're not
Awful.
sure whether the Vatican City is a country.
It is a country. It's the only
Oh, they're back
country
on that. Right,
that's
we're gonna be sat
completely
here.
surrounded by one country.
This needs to be an episode in itself, is Spen talking about the Vatican City.
It
Genuinely, because he will
It
go
is
on.
a
What time are we on there, Mum?
It's
I
a
don't even
fact.
know why Flow Rider was even popular. Like he's.
Seriously though, what time are we on there, Mum?
13.
13. We're
Yeah,
good,
still
we're
got
good.
enough time before.
Yeah, we're good.
I
So,
think.
carry on. Vatican.
Go on, chat about the Vatican City for 30 seconds.
There's no point. The Vatican City is the only country that's completely surrounded by one country.
But there is no water dividing the
You
country,
actually,
is there?
you actually summed it
No?
up
So it's-
better the last time, Spen.
It's the only
Vatican
country
City
within
is
a country.
within its a country within its own right. Okay, where is it? Well, it's in Italy.
Yeah, within Italy.
Well, it can't
It-
actually be a country.
You got Italy,
Right. If it's
Italy
in
there.
Italy.
Vatican City. It's a country in its own right, and it's the only country in the world completely surrounded by one singular country.
It's a country and a country,
So
so
it's
it's a
in
county.
Italy.
What's so? Yeah, it's in the middle of Italy. It is literally in the middle of Italy.
Like
It's
Milan
there.
in
Wow.
Turin.
He's very,
I don't
very
think-
enthusiastic about this topic.
I'm really not. It got mentioned a couple of years ago. That's it. That's literally it.
Oh,
Jesus.
Anyway, yeah, that country. They don't play
No,
football though.
not from the Vatican
oh
City.
imagine if the Vatican
They
City
play
had
for
football
football,
team.
The Pope-
but they play for
The
Italy.
Pope might be there. Jesus not.
No.
Not in the
Jesus.
Vatican City.
Oh
Drop the subject.
Vatican City, a city-state surrounded by Rome, Italy.
So it's in Rome.
It's a city-state.
It's a city-state,
Unlucky Spen. Next
but it
time.
does also say country in Europe.
Oh, but then.
Well, yeah,
just
we
It's a country in its own right.
I
It
don't
has its
know, I'm
own
just
rules. They
confused.
called it.
In Italy.
I'm not getting sucked
And it-
into this.
But it literally is.
Right, okay. Where were we before we got onto the
What's wrong with that
Vatican?
statement?
We're talking about Poland.
Oh no, we were talking about San Marino.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Flow Rider, but he's
No, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let's go
I
back to
don't-
the football
Yeah,
side.
let's
of
go
it.
back to the football side. Adam calling for going back to the football side of
just-
He
it.
needs to grow up anyway. It flows
Grow
mine.
up. How? Okay, would you say the Vatican City is the smallest country then in the world?
That I don't know.
Because
Quite
it
possibly,
only has
but-
825 population as of 2019. I know that's
Yeah,
like
but
2 years
that
outdated.
doesn't necessarily determine its size.
It's
It
44.
just determines how
what
many
does HA
people are
mean?
there.
Hectares.
I think it's a fair clue, Spen.
Well, not really.
Well,
Well,
it's
there's only 800 people there.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's big.
That's a fair clue that it's small.
Yes, I know it's small.
To be
And
fair,
not
I
only
think
that,
whether
Iceland
it's
has
the
quite a small
smallest,
population, and that's
it's also
sparse.
yeah. But if Spen's it's a country and a country, and it's Italy. Italy's not that big of a country in comparison either. So it must be a tiny, tiny country.
It is a tiny one, but whether it's the smallest, I don't know.
But it is a
I'm
country.
interested. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued.
I'm not.
Regardless,
I've lost it.
Where
Regardless, shut
does
up,
the Vatican City?
Mum. Stick the kettle on.
Hey,
Please.
stick the kettle
Please.
on, Mum.
Let's be done with this.
Quite important, I think, we touch on the racism that was existing in the England Hungary game. Obviously, players had to endure, mainly Sterling, wasn't it? I think at the time. Obviously, during that celebration, the chants were happening all the way through, to my understanding. I only caught
Yeah.
the highlights of this, so you boys who saw it all or know a bit more than I do.
It started off with the whole taking the knee.
Did the other team take?
Yeah, no, the other team did not take the
We're
knee,
still
and that's
taking the knee.
something that could
Right.
have been a big statement if the Hungarian team
So-
were to. But
So we're still taking the knee in.
yeah.
So
Still taking the knee,
it's-
and
It
understandably
was
so. I
the
think it's a good thing.
Hungarian president, prime minister, whichever it was. I can't remember which one it was now. But he basically was pleading, just don't be racist, don't throw any abuse, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But they
Well,
didn't
the
take
Hungarian president.
president, prime
Prime
minister,
Minister,
whichever it
right,
is.
okay.
I can't remember which it is, but yeah, apparently he was coming out saying that. But they didn't take the knee. Fine, whatever. You do you. But the moment we took the knee, boos surrounding the whole stadium
Yeah,
because of it.
I did hear that.
Then you had every time one of our players, such as Sterling, Saka,
Yeah,
as soon as they touch the ball, boos everywhere. It's like,
monkey chants,
so
this
just-
sort of thing.
yeah,
it's just like, but the fact that
And then-
they've had
well, that's-
already, they've had a ban, haven't they?
They've
from
had
UEFA.
a ban from it already. It's just like,
What was it?
why?
Three? Was it 3 games? No fans? Is that
Yeah,
right? What they're
yeah,
facing at the
I
moment
think
now?
it was 3, but yeah.
Why wouldn't FIFA?
Well, I think they're going to look into a longer ban now, but it's not going to change
I think
anything.
that because me and Dad were talking a little bit about this the other day, weren't we? And I think something needs to happen, but it's
Yeah.
like, where is the line, and what sort of punishment is going to be effective?
Well, if they've had 3-match ban, as in like no fans, and they've come back and carried on doing the same thing,
Yeah.
will doing that or even longer
Yeah.
actually change anything?
It's just the
No,
unnecessary
not particularly.
stuff.
I think
Exactly.
banning them from the tournaments. This is kind of what I raised with Dad, saying, you know, banning them from the tournaments to me seems like the only
Yeah.
way. However, as Dad suggested as a potential scenario, can you remember what you suggested?
Well, it's more like if it was sort of England-Scotland game.
Yeah.
It'd be easy for a load of Scotland fans or England fans,
Yeah,
whichever
yeah.
way round, to get into the opposing end, which happens at all these games.
Yeah.
Just
Look
monkey
at Green
chant,
Street.
monkey chant, and that team would then be up for being thrown out of a competition. when it's
Sure.
not
So it's
actually.
like fair play in that respect.
Yeah.
I do get
So
that,
you
but
could
what are the
actually twist it.
chances of that happening? Do you think?
Well,
Like,
look at-
do you think
I
that
know
that's-
it's-
I think if it was a case of they were going to ban country, yeah, I think it could happen.
So it's got to be. It would be something that would be investigated, isn't it? I think
thing
in the
is-
sense
I
of
think
like
they can.
Hungarian. But you think how many fans is that going to take though to get into the stadium to overwhelm the other fans?
But I don't think you'd need a lot because football fans aren't that bright.
No,
If you
okay.
had 100 people starting it,
It's fair.
you'd have another 300 just following on because
Yeah.
well they're doing it.
It's a chant.
What
That's what happens.
can we think though of any potential solutions to that? Because it's something that's
don't-
got to stop, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
we can't continue to have that sort of behaviour. Like there's levels as well.
Mate,
isn't
they
there?
were-
that's like the whole.
They were
bloody-
throwing drinks.
I know
and
they were,
stuff
mate.
like
I did
that.
see it. It's unbelievable.
I think it
really.
is
Absolutely
removal of
awful.
the fans.
It's going back to like the times of, and things have improved since, you know, like your John Barneses and stuff are
Yeah.
chucking like bananas and stuff. Like we don't get that really so much here now. I know racism still exists, but we're campaigning massively nowadays
not
to get
so
it out
much
of
here.
football.
Russia.
Yeah.
All around those Russian sort of countries.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, it's not the team itself.
No, of course
being
it's
the
not.
fans, then the
Of course
removal
it's
of the
not.
fans seems like it is the only justifiable.
But at the same time with England at the Euros with the European final, when
They did it
so
to
many
their own.
English fans, and
Yeah, absolutely. It's
not so much a representation of all of the fans, but all it takes is a few hundred, and you've ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, quite literally. But we've got to be able to. I don't think we'll be able to solve the issue on this podcast, but I just think it's worth talking about. Obviously, we'll campaign, heavy to ban racism.
Yeah.
Wherever possible, but it's just finding the right solution. Yeah, and I can completely get that it's a tricky one, but
It'll just be a slow gradual change.
yeah.
We just hope it'll happen quicker.
And say it shouldn't. And I see the arguments floating around as well online of, I don't care when it comes to, if I was earning 250k a week, you could call me whatever you want. It's just non-excuse.
It's
You
not
can't-
the
that's
point.
just
It's got
there is no
nothing.
validity to that argument
there is
whatsoever. Doesn't matter how much you earn.
No.
Still a person, isn't it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
rich or poor, you should not be getting that kind of
You
abuse.
shouldn't be subject to that sort of
could not-
abuse,
It shouldn't
absolutely.
happen.
So yeah,
Your
we
race-
don't
yeah, it
we
should-
don't condone it.
No, definitely not.
Hate to see it. So yeah, that was a massive disappointment over the international fixtures.
If you're going to rip into someone for just who they are, not their race.
Yeah,
Just praise each other. Grealish.
it's literally
praise
so
Grealish's
easy, isn't it?
calves.
Like,
Okay, there you go.
Jack Grealish.
Saka's
is
header. He's only small, but what a header, mate.
absolutely.
Maguire's head in general, just beautiful.
I love Sterling's hands. I love his hands.
Like little
Oh,
T-Rex
little
hands.
T-Rex
Little- Little T-Rex hands. Anyway, on to the next one though. Another.
Tease up,
go on.
boys.
Oh,
I'll see you
teaser.
there.
Are you?
Before you
Frank,
start
are you?
speaking, buddy, go
One
on.
minute you're talking about racism, then you're accusing Raheem Sterling of being a dinosaur. How harsh is that?
He does look
Okay,
like a
right.
dinosaur.
He
though.
doesn't look
Okay.
like a dinosaur.
He's an excellent
That's
player.
good.
Just
I just said I love his hands.
No, only reason Dad's
Not slate, not at all. I love it.
Harsh.
right. Dad's getting defensive over that comment because he was friends with a few of the dinosaurs. All right.
yeah,
So
that's
let's
very
just-
true. Very true. Look at these bad boys.
Oh,
Hand him over. Then you've got to make sure you give us the
so he
handles,
had it in his
handles to the
turn.
left.
Mine has no milk.
Yeah, that'll be yours.
that's Spanneroonies.
All the same.
All the same.
Do you want to get maybe hold it up, Dad, to the camera a
There you
little
go.
bit? You
Where
can
you're
hold it.
stood.
Yeah, where you're stood there. So a little bit further
Oh,
back. If you hold
geez,
that
I
up,
forgot
Mum
about
can get
that,
that
actually.
into focus. These are the.
You think you're at a rave?
Got it.
Push it, bring it.
It'll come into
babe,
focus.
watch it.
Lovely. These are the new Sons of Nana D mugs. They're not available anywhere for sale.
You can find them on sale at your local.
You definitely can't yet. But hey, as the channel grows, if you'd like a mug, get in touch with us.
It feels so much more professional now.
It does,
doesn't
yeah.
We've got a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit of
I feel like I
professionalism
should
going on.
mention this.
Cheers,
as well.
guys. Cheers. Ching ching. Let's be careful. I hope they're not cheaply made.
Nice one, Dad. Nice one.
Yeah, if you want one, they're quality. Can hand it full down.
Just tea everywhere.
All in the middle.
Harry's off the next few pods from scolding.
Oh, that right there. That's
I need you all
that's a
on the
thumbnail and a half, isn't
Okay.
it?
Well, we can get a
We're gonna have
thumbnail
to cut
in,
for
can't
this.
we?
Yeah, we can. We'll get a thumbnail at the end, Mum. We'll get a nice, nice picture.
I feel like I should mention this though.
Go on, mate.
Jean-Pierre Adams. He fell into a coma when he was 34 years old, footballer.
Right.
Fell into a coma when he was 34 and he's just died today, I think, after being in that coma for 39 years.
Oh my
39.
God.
Gosh.
Was 34 years old.
R.I.P. Nate.
39.
Wow. What a
Yeah, a
story.
near fatal dose of anaesthetic during a routine knee operation in 1982.
Wow.
Fell into a coma, he's been in it for 39 years
Where
and
was
he's
that
just
to?
That's
died.
crazy.
Wow.
What-
Where was
what-
it to?
Well, I'm assuming in France. He's a French player, played for a French football
God.
club,
PSG.
What a story.
stuff like that.
What's that, Mum?
Hold on just a minute. Is that your dinner? I want. Yeah.
Oh my God.
the
Bickies
waffles,
everywhere.
I didn't realise they were the
The
share.
waffles spilled the
kidding me?
bickies.
It was
Extra footage of him eating biscuits now.
Well, it was the fact that he took the plate.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's
The
like-
waffles
Unbelievable
spilt
behaviour.
the Becky, so.
Worth mentioning, obviously, don't want to dismiss that story. R.I.P. to that
No.
fellow, and yeah, what a story, mate. That's imagine being in a coma for
39 years.
Jean-Pierre
He was in that coma
Mental.
for longer than he was out of it. That's a joke.
Yeah, that's weird.
Spending more of your lifetime unconscious.
Brazil, Argentina. Want to touch on that?
Yes, Brazil, Argentina.
Who's got the facts?
So, what happened, from my understanding, obviously, it's difficult to get exactly what's going on through media outlets, but there was 4 Premier League players that had travelled for that game. And
Martinez.
Martinez, Buendia, and there was 2 players
Couple of
from
others,
Tottenham
yeah.
as well, I think.
Cool.
They were apparently supposed to isolate for 14 days upon arrival.
Wow.
And they did not do that. Then a couple of hours before the game started, the Brazilian Health Organisation, or whatever it is they're called,
Yeah.
they said that they need to isolate immediately. And they didn't. They then went out and played.
Yeah. And was it within 5 minutes?
Within 10 minutes,
10 minutes, yeah.
just after the 10 minutes, there was massive hustle and bustle on the sidelines. And then they all rushed onto the pitch and ushered all of the Argentina players off,
Yeah.
put them in the dressing room,
Yeah.
and Brazil were just left there standing.
Yeah.
And it took another 40 minutes, I think,
Yeah.
for Argentina to then be ushered onto a coach and sent off to a hotel for immediate isolation.
And the game's rescheduled.
And the game's been abandoned and rescheduled, but it took 40 minutes. So Brazil decided that they were just going to put on a live training
The thing
session.
is, how are they meant to isolate for 12 days before they...
14 days beforehand.
But how? Because they
No, I
literally
know.
just played the Premier League, so that means there's no
Yeah.
point in them going anyway.
No, exactly.
It's all getting a bit
because of the fact
mental,
that
isn't it?
What?
apparently
all a
it's
bit
because of the
ridiculous
fact they
at this
were
stage.
in England going over there, they have to isolate.
Oh, mate,
I
that
believe
makes
also,
no sense.
because Argentina and
couple of
Brazil
biscuits.
and South American countries have been playing in the Copa America or
Oh, yeah, that competition.
yeah, and one's a FIFA competition,
Boys.
one's a UEFA competition, and the rules for isolation are different
Yeah.
between the 2 competitions as well, I believe.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's just all a bit mad
whether
now, isn't it?
they've kind of gone, didn't realise we've just gone with the rules for the other competition.
Surely
There
they'd
shouldn't
know,
There
though,
shouldn't
innit?
really
That's-
be an excuse, but also, why would there be different rules anyway?
But how would they let
It's
the
same
game
player,
kick off?
Same game.
But how would they let the game kick off? Like, the team comes out an hour before,
the reason-
and they let them kick off, and then let them play 5 minutes.
But the
and then-
reason they played for 10 minutes, it made much more of a headline, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Than the game being called off, an
Yeah.
hour beforehand.
But if you're in that, you might as well have just let him carry on playing at that
Absolutely.
stage.
At
that point,
That's the
yeah.
trouble. It's just all getting a bit mental. Well, it has been for the past year and a half, isn't it? But
It's a headache now.
it really is.
Brazil.
But yeah, worth touching on, obviously. Just
Really?
I know nothing about the football, but I do know that Brazil is the 6th highest populated country in the world with 212 million people.
You're a random fellow. Alan.
Yeah.
That's 25 people per kilometre squared.
You are a
You know
random
how you've
fellow.
researched all this?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you have a look at the players, mate?
Yeah, right.
You really have to sort your team out there.
It's very
What
true.
name of Brazilian
there's money on the
player?
line as well.
Name
It's
a Brazilian
worth doing.
player.
Yeah.
El Brasiliano.
No, you know a Brazilian player. You had his trim once.
Oh, Fat Ronaldo.
Yeah, he don't play anymore.
No.
Have we got a photo of that?
What, Fat Ronaldo?
No, his hair.
My hair didn't
When-
look
when
good.
he
My
had the
hair
dish.
No, I didn't look like Fat Ronaldo. What had happened was I was at work.
Ronaldo
You had the hair.
No,
Is that how we label him now?
What-
Fat Ronaldo?
What
I
happened
realised I
was-
said Ronaldo the other day and thought, oh, people are going to get confused. But
I
Fat
was at-
Ronaldo,
yeah.
now I know.
I was at work
Yeah.
and I had a girl come up to me and say, "Oh,
You look like
a
Fat
little
Ronaldo."
bit like Cristiano Ronaldo." So I
you
came,
look like Ronaldo.
I
is what
came
you're saying.
home. I came home and said, "Oh, so at work, someone said I look like Ronaldo," and Dad chirped up and went, "Huh, yeah, Fat Ronaldo."
Wow.
I was like, "Right, I tell you what, sit in your corner, you baggy sack of skin. All right,
Blimey.
That's harsh.
not wrong though.
Heavy
not
banter.
wrong. If Dad
Moving
wasn't-
on.
I was about to say, if Dad was a horror character,
This
he'd
is
be
get-
Leatherface.
This is getting aggressive.
Let me take this
so-
opportunity to ask you to follow us on social media. Our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok will be taking off soon. Adam has assured me he's going to do videos like he has every other week. And our Facebook page as well, give us a like on there. Yeah.
The TikTok, it's not all going to be football related, it's just going to be some stupid family antics.
Which
and,
I love, mate.
banter.
So yeah, that'll be good.
James.
Yes, Mum.
Primary camera's not working.
You're joking.
That's pain. That is pain.
Why has that done that?
R.I.P. Will.
And the lighting as well. There we go.
Hello.
Don't look
Hello.
straight at it.
What an absolute nightmare. Well, let's get that going.
Why is my tea half full?
I got confused.
I like the half full though, mate. That's a good attitude to have.
yeah.
Well, you know, I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
Sorry about that,
But
guys.
the brain half empty.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
going to disrupt
Think
the
it's
pod
too
when we
short
upload
plans.
that. What an absolute nightmare.
What?
Close up.
What?
Apologies for the technical difficulties there.
Short plans.
Yeah, we will get better at this. How messy is that?
One day, hopefully.
Speaking of
Unbelievable.
messy,
Unbelievable. What?
Has he just done a football segway?
Swagway.
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 Swag.
He has got a lot of
Football
swag.
swagway.
Have a biscuit for
You
that.
actually have though. I'm impressed, mate.
Yeah, I know. Right. I was going to say, speaking of messy, back onto the football.
That's
shall
got
we?
Lighting.
nothing to do
I'm
with,
I'm going to sort that lighting.
right.
It's a little bit bright.
A little bit bright.
It's
I
a
feel
little
like
bit.
I'm
The camera's
I
still
feel like I'm
going.
back on stage
There we
again.
go. That's a bit better.
Spen, you've been the one that's like, even though it's been an international break, you've been on it for game week 4.
Oh my God,
The,
yes,
prep,
mate.
the prep is a joke.
I
Well,
Talk
done.
us through your tactics, mate, because
I need to know.
I think we need to discuss this whole
We do need
wild
to
card and
have a
early
chat.
transfers and
Yeah.
stuff, because we've always been the type to leave it late, haven't we? So that
I've
any
always
injuries
left
or whatever.
I've
Yeah.
always left it, but I thought this time I was going to try a different tactic, and that was to go for the early wild card and try and take advantage of the market and see if I can cash in on all price rises, potential drops, and all that lot.
As it works. Curious.
To an extent. To an extent, yes, it
Sounds
has
like
worked.
too much hard work for
It
me.
does
It,
sound
Does
a
it
lot.
is, mate. It is.
The
Like
problem is
you,
you won't know until everybody comes back from international duty, whether the players you chose.
yeah, but that's just it.
Really
That's
good.
Because
Fit
it's
to play.
because it's a
That's the
wild
thing.
card, you can just swap one out.
and then you
can't
can just swap them out. So it was.
It's unlimited.
Yeah, of course.
So that's why I did
Yeah,
it with the
didn't
wild
think
card
that
and
was
not the rest of it.
I just
Yeah.
desperately want to hold on to my wild card.
Yeah,
I know what
but
you
it's,
mean.
and Andy at Let's Talk FPL, we said it quite
Big
well.
up, Andy.
He said
He started a
there
new
is-
channel as well, a little
Is
personal
he?
channel, weight loss and stuff. Yeah, fair
Oh,
play
nice.
to him.
Well done. But
What's up, Big Andy?
big up, Andy. Big up, Andy.
We'll still call
But-
him Big Andy regardless if he loses weight.
But-
yeah.
So what he said was, there's no difference to taking a -4 now and a wild card later than doing a wild card now and doing a -4 later. That's
that.
completely true.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of speculation when it comes to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's price is locked for 7 days.
Right.
But with the amount of people transferring him in already, like 500,000 people put him in,
Yeah.
there's a high chance that as soon as that 7 days up,
He'll blank.
He won't even start there
his
and
price
get
will go
rid.
up.
Yeah,
His price
yeah.
is likely to go up because of it.
Yeah.
So obviously, Simicast did everyone pretty solid. He and for the market values on each player, they've got to go up 0.2
Yeah.
for you to get 0.1 back.
Yeah.
So Simicast went up to 0.2. Now at that point, I'd wildcarded. He's out. Cash in on your 0.1. He's also just gone down now. So if you haven't transferred him out, you've now lost out on that 0.1. 0.1, you know, whatever. But then you've got the likes of Greenwood, which has gone up multiple times. Antonio, they've gone up multiple times. Jota's gone up a few times as well. There's quite a few players like that. Ben Rama.
Yeah.
So you could, if you don't intend on having them, cash in on that and put someone on
Yeah.
a standard value that's potentially going to go up again, and you play that so that. And I know a lot of the big FPL guys, they like to try and get around that 105 million mark around the Christmas time. I'm currently at 101. I would have been on a little bit more, but I screwed up on my wild card because I cashed in on Greenwood, transferred him out. So I bought him at 7.5, cashed in for 7.6, and then realised I actually wanted him in my team, so I bought him back for 7.7.
But that's,
So
the thing is,
I messed
though,
that
what
up.
are you doing it for? You're doing it to get extra money for more expensive players later down the line.
because if you think, if you can make out up 0.5,
yeah.
that is the difference between a 7.5 striker or an 8,
But
which could potentially be the difference as well of a premium.
you've got to
and a
think though,
non-premium.
like you've got Ben Rama, who's cheap anyway.
I'm not saying that.
and like the best
I'm not saying
people that do what at Bamford
Yeah,
was cheap.
Yeah, and I'm not
You
saying
don't always need the most expensive, do you?
no. I'm not saying get rid of these people like Antonio, because chances are he's going to bag goals regardless. He's just going to keep on going up. He's set to go up again. So that says enough
It's
about
just
him.
like what I mean is like the team value
Yeah.
is important to a certain extent.
You can
but, like,
have
it's
a
not
team value
everything.
of 90 million and do better than a team of 110.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, if that's
But-
the case, can someone help me with my team?
But at the same time, if you're cashing in on all of these things, it gives you the option
Yeah.
to get an extra, potentially an extra premium.
Well, what's your team value at the moment?
I'm at 101.
So you're at 101. So your team value's already gone up 1 mil.
Yeah.
And if you were to wildcard now,
I do wonder.
you still have that.
That's
1
what I'm
point. You still have that
thinking,
101
Yes.
mil, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
don't
even
reset
if
to a
you-
mil.
Even if you get down to 98 mil, you've then got a cushion of 3 mil for those extra players that
Which
you can then transfer
potentially,
out.
if say I've got,
And see
who
if you
can I
get
say?
free transfer
Say
every
I've
week.
got Calvert Lewin.
do you find
Calvert Lewin gets an injury. like
Scroll all
that.
the way to the bottom and it's right there.
Is,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know
right,
if
it's
you,
right.
you
Yours
might
has
have.
dropped.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I
90.
had Harvey. No,
I'm
it
99.
hasn't dropped that.
So-
You've only dropped 0.2.
Yeah, I have
Right.
Harvey in that as well.
The best way to look at it is on
Yeah,
the
9 in the
actual
bank,
website one.
Okay.
The website one.
See, this is why Spen's probably benefiting a lot more from the
I'll show you.
the app stats. Is because he's on a desktop and it's got so much more information than ours do on the phone.
So
Spen's,
Wow.
it's like here. I'll show you.
he's gone full outfit. He's really wanting that money.
He is
Yeah,
really
mate.
wanting
I'm
money.
trying. I'm just
He's
trying.
really
So
wanting.
if I
Well,
go on
seeing
to
as
transfer-
where are you now?
I
in
don't
the
even
league?
think it's the money, man. I think he
4.
just wants to be
You're
considered
4th in the
upper
league.
echelon.
So
That's
Spen's
what that is.
dropped out of top 3. Dad, where are you now?
He's first,
I'm
mate.
fifth.
No, second. Well, second, but he's first
Dad's
out of us
second.
boys.
Here you go.
What was
Oh,
that,
sorry. I did fib. I'm on 100.9
With
Okay.
nothing
Because-
left in the bank.
because I screwed up on the Greenwood transfer.
Yeah.
But down here it will tell you your full squad value.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's including, say, Antonio's at 7.9 or whatever he's at.
Right.
But if I was to transfer him out, my value would drop 0.2.
Right. With
What
you.
about- what
Can
about
you
your
get
value?
everybody's values? Whatever value is.
If your
do you
value's that, what's your value at?
What is this value?
Value?
Isn't it value?
Spen doesn't know
Yeah,
how to pronounce
it's
L's, I don't think, so it's Lukaku.
Value.
It's what?
Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Spen loves Lukaku.
But what,
We'll cackle forever.
regardless, what you were saying before,
Lukaku forever.
That was like Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney's left Watford
yeah,
and gone back to Birmingham, and because he's like a Birmingham City fan, and all the it was quite big for Birmingham to get him. All the club in the club shop, everybody's gone to buy Deeney shirts, and they run out of E's.
No.
They couldn't get them. They just couldn't get any more E's.
They just do single E's.
It's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it?
I'm just trying
No,
to think how many
you've
other
got
names Spen will
DNY.
mispronounce.
Oh,
We've got
everyone.
Delaney, Whipple.
So, if we're talking transfers and on that same, who are we thinking is like prime picks for this week? Who are we looking at
You know,
transferring
I'm
out,
actually gonna
transferring
start-
in?
I'm going to start noting this down.
It's not a bad shout, mate.
Jota looks
I
all
think
right. doesn't
Xhaka could be an absolute belter.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I've already got him.
he? He did have a
Already got him. Traded him out.
so personally, Jota,
Yeah, that's me as well. I'm
with
looking at
Firmino
Jota.
injured,
Yeah, I'm looking at Jota
chances
too,
are
mate.
you've probably got at least 4 starts.
Absolutely.
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin,
Yeah, he's got some good fixtures.
he's
coming
also
up as well,
carrying
Everton,
a
haven't
knock, Calvert-Lewin.
they? Okay.
But I'm pretty sure last season he played the majority of the season yellow.
I don't think I'm
So-
going to be bringing in Calvert-Lewin though, if I'm
So-
honest. I don't think
He's
it's a
a
bad
good-
shout at
He's
all.
a good option. Everton have very good fixtures.
I'm gonna bring in
Newcastle
that-
have good fixtures.
Arsenal.
As a
Arsenal do have very good fixtures, but they haven't had a very good run.
No, and I wouldn't put any.
I'm
Arsenal
backing them to do
until
well
they
now.
start. You're what? Sorry.
I'm backing them to start doing well.
Yeah, but he's
yeah.
a Saints fan. So.
I kind of want to know, James.
I reckon
You're,
they'll start doing
as
well.
the United supporter,
Yeah, yeah.
what do you think?
I'm still not certain.
Yeah, well,
still not certain.
One of the
I'm edgy.
we've got video evidence of you cheering on the
I'm
Reds.
edgy.
So, like,
Oh, 100%, mate. I've said it on
So-
various podcasts. No.
what do you think Ronaldo's prospects are on the team? Do you reckon he'll be any? Like,
I don't know, to
No.
be honest. It's one of them where I don't know. I could get him
You've already
in.
said
I
you
could
think
get
he
him
might
in
blank.
on a -4 for this week, but I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it maybe 1 or 2 weeks.
They've got
Yeah,
some
we
hard
said,
games.
yeah.
Ronaldo took a yellow card in the
Yeah.
last game,
Yeah,
which meant he misses the next.
yeah,
And the Portuguese coach has then sent him home early,
Yes.
so he's more likely to be available for the
Absolutely.
game against Newcastle. And if you're gonna put in Ronaldo for the game against Newcastle,
Yeah.
and he plays,
yeah.
he's gonna bag goals.
We
Time will
think.
tell.
He
So
100%.
what would
in
you
my
say?
opinion,
Yeah.
he will 100%
So how
bag
long do you
goals.
reckon that'll be?
If he
So
plays.
you don't think it's this game week? You think it'll be get next game? So is it the
If it's not this game week, the following, 100%.
Another player,
I thought
Wolves.
you were going to ask for the biscuits.
Wolves.
Sorry, mate.
Wolves have got really good games coming
Yeah,
up.
they have.
Jimenez,
and,
mate.
and at some
Jimenez,
point,
yeah.
exactly,
Jimenez.
Jimenez is going to start scoring
Yeah.
goals.
But they
Yeah.
never score
So-
lots of goals.
No.
It's like 1 or 2.
I think
But he is
Jimenez
good. He's a
will
good,
score goals.
good option.
He is gonna
Yeah.
get goals.
I'm kind of
I
with you
really
on that.
do.
I'm going to keep Ralphina in.
I think I
That's
want to get
fair.
him in.
That's fair.
I don't want to get him in,
I
but
got him in
maybe
last
some
week.
good
He didn't do
faces.
anything. Well, I won't say he didn't do anything. Watch the game and he did do bits, but he didn't.
The thing
bag any
is,
assists
if you
or
put him
goals,
in
but
last week,
I'm holding.
to take him straight
Yeah,
out,
exactly. I'm holding.
But who have they
Yeah,
got
you
this
do.
week?
You got Antonio in still, haven't you?
They got a hard game this week.
Yeah,
You're
I
only
only brought him
keeping
in last week.
Antonio in?
Yeah, 100%, no doubt. Wilson, maybe.
Leeds
again,
or-
he's
Leeds have got
an
Liverpool,
injury
haven't
down.
Thing is, to get Ronaldo in, it would be Wilson out. Fernandez would obviously be out.
Well, yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah, and I've not got a very tidy bench either, so a wild card still isn't out of the question.
Oh,
to
say
be
it's
honest.
in my
But
head.
if you were to wildcard this week, like Spen was saying, you've still got that potential of obviously if you want to get Ronaldo in, you've.
If you're going to wildcard.
Drink.
So,
If you
hold
get a
on, the
wild card, but
card.
then next week you'll still have your free transfer.
We should also
You don't
mention
roll it.
this.
If you take a wild
No,
card,
but-
you don't roll a transfer. You'll
No,
still
but
be
Yeah,
you'll
you
still
lose
keep,
it.
exactly. You'll keep your free transfer.
No,
if you haven't already-
you'll only have one.
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
if you won't. If you wanted to then heck, Harry, you
Kill them off.
hunter.
Nice.
He's just murdered it with the biscuits.
Nice.
If you didn't put Ronaldo in this week, because if he's not playing this week, next week he will be. At that point, your free transfer, you wouldn't have to take 4 for it.
You
You'd be able to
could.
then trade him in
You could, in theory, just with a wild card, if you wild card,
and just
set
mentally
up,
prepare for it. Exactly.
set up so you have one game week with enough money in the bank to be able to put him in on a free on with your free transfer.
I did
That's
it.
it.
I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
it like
you
a-
can
I understand that.
That's
I
fine.
did a wild card, but well, without doing the transfer.
Draft.
Like, just yeah,
Just a draft.
and I did the team that I wanted, and I still had like 4 something mil.
Yeah,
left.
which
Yeah.
gives you the option to put in him or Lukaku.
To be able to just
Yeah.
swap out my striker from, let's say, like Calvert-Lewin
yeah, Calvert-Lewin, Danny Ings.
to Lukaku in game week 7.
Yeah.
Is there not also one where you can change your team but it only lasts
Yes.
for 1 week?
So that's
Yes,
a
that's
free
a
hit.
free hit.
Free hit.
So,
and-
so you get 1 free hit, 1 wild card.
Yeah.
2 wild
No,
cards
2
through the
wild cards.
season.
2
so
wild-
you have
oh, right,
like
yeah, so you
first
got one
half,
and a
second
half.
half of the
So
season.
See,
you
I
only get
didn't
1
use-
free hit through the season.
One throughout the
Not
season,
one in
and
each
then you
round.
get a
Wild
one wild card this
Yeah,
side
yeah, I
of
get
Christmas,
I get
second
the
on the
wild
other.
card bit.
But
Right,
only
that
one
makes
free
sense
hit.
because
free hit,
last season when we played, I only used my wild card once in the second half, didn't I?
Yeah,
Literally like
you
the
did.
second to last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Nah,
I might.
you know.
I think might actually.
I
be
think
worth
it's a popular
wild cards,
choice,
yeah.
isn't
it
But
is.
the
A lot of
other
people
one-
are wildcarding, mate. A lot of
You
people
want to
are
think
wildcarding
as
this
well,
week.
the other thing is that I think it's game week 8. It's another international break.
Yes.
And if you're saying that Ronaldo's going to bring up value after
Potentially,
if he-
potentially.
yeah, but because like you
It's
said,
not
everyone is
set in
trading him
stone.
in. If he's
I
bringing
don't think
value
you can
in,
go up stupidly. Though,
No,
mate,
but you
like-
might
No,
as
no,
well
no.
second
It'll
half
be
then.
0.1 increments.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
okay, I understand how
So-
it works.
so-
but-
If that's the case, that for me personally, it makes sense putting him in, seeing as I'm on a deficit in my team value. If I was to put him in for
What's
this
my
wild
team
card,
value?
and then his
I
value
can't say
goes
that.
up,
You can't.
in turn,
No, I
my
can't see it.
team value will then increase alongside that,
Hmm.
meaning I then have more space to upgrade my team. So it might end up being more on a financial.
You've got nothing to lose doing a
No,
wildcard.
just
I mean,
yeah,
I've got
You
probably
need
the
to-
worst
thing-
team.
Get yourself
Well,
set
clearly,
up for
I'm
the
second
beginning,
to like,
yeah.
second to bottom.
One thing
There's
that
not
you
many
need to be
not many
aware of-
players in your team, I don't think. Who's
The
bottom?
oboe.
Oh,
The old Nigerian nightmare, unfortunately, is.
We gave him a lot of grief
Down
last week.
bottom.
and he's a
Yeah,
Villa
yeah,
fan. He should be doing better.
But no,
One
our
thing.
table at the moment is all over the place.
Yeah.
One thing you want to remember if you're going to wildcard, once you start doing your draft, you want to really think about who you're taking out. Because if you say, I'm set on this, press OK,
So it's more so planning like 2-3 weeks in advance.
more.
Yeah, you want to plan more than that. Yeah,
I'm
you should be doing
I'm
You're
that.
trying to
saying-
plan about 8 weeks
You're
in
saying about your
advance.
Greenwood situation, basically, is what
Yeah,
you're trying
I'm
to say.
saying-
Obviously,
If
it's
you-
like rough though, because you can't predict what's going to happen.
No, of
exactly
course
in those
not.
games.
But you're trying to predict it, so you're planning
That's
ahead.
what the game's all about.
And at that
It's
point,
chess. This chess here, checkers.
and at that point, you could potentially be
Marathon's not
three.
sprint.
It's a
You
sprint,
could
not a
potentially
marathon.
be 3-4 weeks ahead for free transfers.
Yeah.
If something's to happen, you can cover your back
Right.
and do that.
Yeah.
But the one thing, what I was trying to say was, if you were to set it up, do not press OK unless you are 100% on that, and that is that. Because if you take out someone who's gone up,
Yeah.
say Greenwood,
Yeah.
and then go, I actually wanted him back in, and then you transfer him in,
Yeah.
you've just lost your self-value.
Yes.
So don't say okay unless you're okay.
Unless you're
with the
100% that is what your wild card is going to end up.
Okay.
In case you didn't understand the wildcard rules, Spen has just emphasised them for you.
Yes.
Nice bit of waffle.
And if you need to remember, just go back 20 minutes from when he started, and then from there.
Right, thank you for listening to Waffles' Words of Wisdom. Now,
Captaincy for this week. Have we got any captaincy shouts?
There's
actually, we're going to go back to Waffles'
Who's
Words
got-
of
who's
Wisdom
got
now for
Norwich?
captaincy.
There's a few.
Arsenal, Ben White.
No.
No?
Come
No.
on, mate.
Right, I don't even know what the line. Oh,
I mean, I don't think it's. No.
You want to think
Ooh, that's going to be an
Antonio-
interesting game.
Yeah.
Antonio has Southampton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He's
it's going to be
definitely a
hard for
shout.
him to
Yeah.
score.
That's kind of where I'm at. I
He's
think.
100% a good shout.
If I don't wildcard
The two-
and stuff,
the two
then
games
there's
if
no one else,
Ronaldo
there's no one else to
plays,
consider.
The
Really.
two
I'm
games
telling you,
for
mate,
next
West
week
Ham will
that caught
struggle.
my eye,
West Ham will struggle against
Leicester,
Southampton.
Man City, and then Chelsea Villa.
They will struggle.
Those are the two games that caught my eye a little
They're
bit.
going to struggle.
Leicester, Man City,
Right.
and Chelsea Villa.
Liverpool.
if you've got Son
Yeah.
Liverpool Leeds,
against
yeah.
Crystal Palace,
I don't even know what my team is.
You have got Son, Adam.
I have.
you have.
have.
Son's worth a punt
Yeah.
against Crystal Palace.
Bagged one last week, didn't he?
He's a
Last
good
week,
player.
week before. Yeah.
I wouldn't trust going Vardy
No.
against Man City. That's
obviously, yeah.
don't take that chance. West Ham against Southampton. Antonio's definitely worth a punt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely worth a punt.
I think most people have him anywhere at the
Yeah.
moment now.
Calvert-Lewin, if it's more likely that he's going to play close to the deadline,
Yeah.
he's worth a
I mean,
good
he'll play,
shout
he'll
against Burnley.
Yeah.
He could well do well. If you're putting Jota in or Salah, they're all good shouts against Leeds. Leeds have been known to have a bit of a naff defence.
Absolutely.
Of
Very leaky.
late.
The only thing with Calvert-Lewin against Burnley is they'll handle his aerials.
His aerial
Yeah.
ability, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a team that can handle it, it's
It'll
Burnley.
be them, yeah.
If
They'll just try and put it in.
the other one, I personally, if you are going to put in Jimenez,
Who?
they've got Watford. Jimenez,
Jimenez.
whatever it is.
Gundogan.
Jimenez.
Gundogan.
Yeah.
I think I've got Alisson in still.
That's
Liverpool
he's missing. The
Just
first
wild
game.
card, Adam.
Is he?
Just
Well, yeah,
wild card,
because
mate.
Yeah,
he's
I probably
over
will.
in.
If you're going to
Brazil.
wildcard as well, just think for future.
I just
reference.
thought-
I'm
mentioned,
actually.
yeah.
I'm gonna.
If you haven't
actually do
already-
some research.
If you haven't already, join our league.
Yeah.
Our league code is
Yeah.
in the top left of the
corner
screen.
there. Yeah.
top
Right.
left of the screen.
Love
Join
the
our
waffle.
league. We'd love to have you and engage with us in the comments as well. What are your plans for the next game week? Are you going to wild card? Are you going to stick and try and hold on to the wild card? Who've you got the armband on this week? Let us know in the comments.
So many
Please,
questions.
please.
And if we hadn't already said, which we know we have, but please follow us on social media. Not to be too beggy, but
And subscribe to the channel.
subscribe to the channel.
Hit that notification bell.
Just like that. Just
Ring
like
that
the
bell.
video.
Ring that bell. Stay in
No.
the loop with all of our content. We have got more coming soon. We're actually scheduled to shoot sibling rivalry, aren't we?
A fair
are.
few.
And do a
so
fair
that-
few challenges on that. So
in the
yeah,
coming weeks.
And,
that's going to be good.
Yeah.
And also Breaking Dad as well. I am working on it, but It's a lot of footage to go through. And,
You've got,
trying to get the content
3
out as
videos
quick
on
as
my
possible.
end.
Got a few on the go at the moment, mate. So yes, we are working on it. But they're going to be very enjoyable.
I'll be keeping a close eye to the comments for a little bit of inspiration for my team. So
Yeah.
if anyone wants to help out someone that is not in the upper echelon and is in fact down in the sewers, then
Not even mid-table.
no, mate, I'm second from bottom. I'm nowhere near mid.
Help our Adam to.
Help for just one comment. You
Yeah.
could help our Adam. That's what this is right now. It's a plea.
Donate your time and energy in the comments.
Because Adam doesn't delegate any time to research.
If you
Well-
couldn't,
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't have to go like waffle
No.
into it. But full waffle.
If I manage to get even mid-table by the end of the season,
You're happy.
You can
then
do it,
I
mate.
will double in what I put into
Get Adam to the
into
middle of the
pot.
table. Donate your time and energy into the comments. Let him know how we can get there.
so we can get more money out
Literally,
of it.
I'll double in my If I get halfway through the table,
You can
I'll
only
happily
go up,
donate-
mate. You can only go, well, you could go
happily
below
donate
IO,
another tenner to
but
the pot.
IO, sort your game out, mate. But yeah, I think we'll leave it for this week then, guys. Sorry in advance as well before editing it, but sorry about the camera. We've had a bit of an issue there. Yeah, don't unsubscribe from the channel because of that, please. We put so much effort in. Please. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. So let's wave goodbye, shall we?
See you later.
See you later.
See you waiter.
Ciao. Happy
So
Finish
Spen,
waving.
regardless of whether you win or lose, whether you win or lose, doesn't matter.
Whether you win or lose.